In this video, I'm going to share with you a couple of amazing, really powerful analogies that I received as messages in a conversation that I had with my main spirit guide just the other day. So powerful. And it made me look at the effort and the energy that comes forward and how, based on our mind, our ego, how we can easily misdirect that energy into tasks and doing things that really very quickly can burn us out. So if you're experiencing burnout, if you're feeling like you're disconnected from your purpose, from your soul's path, this video is definitely for you. So it was just the other day, I was laying in bed and I get this message from my guide. This message comes forward. And about 10, 15 years ago, I was invited to drive the new BMW models, the turbo models, when they were first introduced. So I went to a track that was about 45 minutes to an hour from my house, and they had drivers there, they had instructors there, and we got to take these new turbo model cars. There were 3 series at the time, and drive them around the track. Very, very cool experience. Now, the interesting thing is, when you're driving these cars around the track, they have what we call nanny controls to keep you safe, to keep you from getting into too much trouble and losing control of the car. So if you're heading into a corner too quickly, the car will automatically brake to keep you on the track, to keep you from preventing from losing control of the car. So these nanny controls kick in. So our instinct really is to get in and drive as fast as we can. We want to make it around the track as fast as we can. Now, if we got the pedal to the metal, foot throttle to the floor, gas pedal to the floor, and we're cranking around the track, what's going to happen is we're going to hit these turns too fast, and the nanny controls are going to kick in. They're going to back off the throttle. They're going to hit the brakes. And what's going to happen is you're putting all this energy into going as fast as you can, but you're fighting the computer programming in the car. So what's going on is you're really making a slower trip around the track than you would have if you were on the very edge of driving as fast as you could, maintaining the control of the car, but not allowing those nanny controls to kick in. You'll actually get around the track at a much faster rate. So he reminded me of this, and we had a little bit of a chat about it. And it was just so incredible how a lot of times we think by pouring all of our energy into doing, we can really, our mind and our efforts and our energy can be consumed very, very quickly. And we run into resistance, just like in that car. You think you've got it floored, the throttle floored, and you're zipping around that track, but you're fighting the computer and you're in resistance. You actually end up getting around that track at a slower speed than if you were to find that point of equilibrium, like I said earlier, where you're going as fast as you can, and yet those controls, there's no need for them to kick in and try to slow you down. That is very little resistance, okay? You're kind of in the flow. You're right on that flow point of balance, and your energy is flowing. You're in complete control. You're making decisions, and you don't have the resistance of the programs, the computer, trying to slow you down. You're not fighting that. So a lot of times in life, what happens is we're just going and grinding, and we're doing it in the face of the resistance from our very own programming. Okay, so that was a very important message. Sometimes to go faster, to make further progress, faster progress in life, we need to take a step back and slow it down a little bit, because that gets us on the cusp of that flow state where the energy flows effortlessly. Okay, it's not about doing it hard all the time and being in resistance. That's going to create burnout. It's about finding that state that lets you move effortlessly with very little resistance. And that's what that experience from 10, 15 years ago reminded me of. actually backing off a little bit got me around the track faster, okay, and with less effort, okay? So that's how life works. It's about finding that flow state. Another amazing conversation, an image came forward in that conversation, and he showed me a snow globe. Okay. And if we think of being in the snow globe and we shake the snow globe, we have little houses and things within the snow globe. But when we shake it, the snow comes up and things become very opaque. So throughout our lives, a lot of times when we're resisting, when we're in the programming, we think that our existence is only what is seen within the snow globe. And when we get into further resistance, when we're in our programming and the ego is in control, it's like taking that snow globe and just shaking it, shaking it, shaking it, shaking it, okay, to the point where you can't see. You can't see beyond the snow globe. In fact, you can't see 2 inches in front of your face because everything is opaque. It's being blocked. There's the thickness of the snow within the snow globe. So you think then you're identified just as this body, and you're identified with what you could see around you in this very small, limiting reality. Now, when you awaken or start to awaken, what happens is, think of a bright sun outside of the snow globe. And he was showing me these images as they came, and it was very, very amazing. So this bright sun just shines brightly, okay? And as we go through life and we start to search for purpose, and we start to realize there's something greater than what we're seeing and experiencing, be it within the snow globe, that light gets brighter and brighter outside, and it starts to shine through the thick fog that's created by all the snow from constantly shaking that snow globe. Okay. And that's when we start to awaken. We start to realize that there's a reality beyond what we see and experience here as a physical human being. And that light starts to come through, and we start to feel the warmth of it. We start to feel the vastness of who we are. And that fog, that haze, that thick snow within the globe starts to settle, because we settle into a calm state. We feel our multidimensional energy. We're able to start to heal it, and we settle in, and we start to feel calm, peace, and everlasting unconditional love. These start to come forward. And then we start to really look at that snow globe as just an experience or a reality that we came here to experience, and we reconnect with the vastness, our multidimensional self, our guides, spirit guides, our star family, so on and so forth. So these were very, very powerful messages. I wanted to pass them on to you guys to really give pause, especially this time of year. And the snow globe is a great example of that, especially if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you're experiencing this really, really cold winter right now. It gives you the ability to really reflect and take a step back and realize that you are far greater than what you experience with your five senses, i.e., that snow globe. So don't forget that. Remind yourself of that. Between now and the end of the year, there's only about a week left, right? Breathe, do your breath work, sit, meditate, and feel that. Feel the unconditional love. Feel the vastness of who you are, and be grateful for the awareness of knowing that you are more than this vessel, and there is more than this reality that your five senses are helping you to experience. So definitely watch this video next. Hit that like button if this video resonated, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you really like this video, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your take on it. Thank you so much.